When two large companies merge, one of the people they call to help is Sheila. Sheila is an expert at integration architecture. The mechanics of merging two companies is quite complicated because we have to consider many dimensions: people, systems, processes, culture, organization, and so on in each of these companies. Essentially, there is duplication, and merging involves deep planning and architecture of how the two companies are going to integrate. Integration failures are very common. Bank of America's merger with Merrill Lynch, for example, cost the CEO, Ken Lewis, his job. Sheila is considered among the top in that field by many of her clients. She travels a lot and consults across the world and has many successful mergers to her credit. However, her mom recently fell ill, and Sheila wants to stop traveling much and instead find a position close to her home in Chicago. Sheila interviews with Tricor, a large financial services company that has been in business for over 100 years, for a position of a senior transformation architect. Tricor now finds itself in a more competitive environment as nimble startups are taking market share away. The senior leadership has collectively decided that they need to digitally transform the company to meet their changing needs of the customer, to be relevant, and to flourish in the new world. A tall order indeed. As a result, executive leaders at Tricor decided to provide additional funding to the departments to hire more people. Here's the reality to contend with. The organizational structure at Tricor has more than 30 levels. With this many levels, the title, the position in the hierarchy, the benefits at each level, the salary range, and other privileges has been standardized. There is so much standardization that a vice president can have a mahogany desk and a personalized ceramic coffee mug, while a manager can only have a maple desk and a plastic insulated coffee mug. An analyst is probably not going to be allowed to drink coffee. Given a fixed budget, each department wants to hire as many people as they can. This also drives departments to open up positions at the lower and mid-tier of the organization. HR is then given instructions to find people to fill these slots. HR, while aware of the job description for the position, has very little knowledge of what skills and knowledge is required for the person to be effective in their role. Sheila, of course, has so much relevant experience in this domain that she can effectively do the work of a dozen average candidates. However, HR evaluates Sheila along the strict parameters they are trained to evaluate candidates. They ask the standard pre-screening questions like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? It's like an internship interview. Tricor has set up a pay range for the position at around $100K. Sheila, on the other hand, is asking for $160K, and that's after taking a potential pay cut from her $250K former income. The actual value she can provide is easily over $1 million a year. You would think that Tricor would jump on this opportunity. Unfortunately, no. Companies like Tricor are used to an outdated way of operation. I'm sure they'll find someone to fill the role, but in all likelihood, the organization is not going to transform itself anytime soon. Instead of identifying what needs to be done to drive towards digital transformation, Tricor is filling roles in their organizational structure. Innovative companies like Apple and Amazon hire for talent, skills, and their needs. In many cases, a low-level employee may make more money, sometimes triple their boss's salary. Most likely, the low-level employee's skill is much more unique and in demand, while the manager's skill is easily obtainable. In this system, the salary has little correlation with their position in the hierarchy. Digital transformation is hard. Platitudes posted on the walls are not enough. Inherent change is needed. Those that cannot make the change are doomed to transformation failure.